get back underway here with everyone around France. We did have a restart due to a ghosted car in the grid. It looked like Ipovic was unfortunately disconnected from the session, not an uncommon thing, but he's back now. We're hoping to have no major issues as we go forward here, and again, I think the stream quality will come out a little bit better than it was looking before. Sometimes when the connection to the internet for Xbox gets a little bit tricky, it kind of goes haywire for everybody. So yeah, hoping for a better, clearer experience here. Yep, already appears to be much better on my end, which is good to know. Yeah, it looks like we might be waiting for a couple people. Well, Bone, we can have a quick chat while we wait. What are you thinking today? Who looks like on this grid that they're going to be the ones to take the crown? Yep. You have to remember, this is Jareem's home track. He is a French driver, and we are at France today. Yeah, Jareem was able to hop DSZ on his final qualifying lap of Q3, so he will be starting P2. Cringy's always in the mix, yep. Yeah, for sure. I was going to say, I think Barry is going to be my sleeper pick today. Starting on the hards around France, definitely an advantage. He's going to be able to go a lot longer than the guys on mediums, and with the pack very tight early, going to get a lot of tire wear out of those mediums. So if Barry can manage to hold it together, maybe gain a few places before the first round of medium runners go into the pits, I'm guessing Barry is going to have a good chance to at least move himself up into, say, the top 10, potentially even a top 5 finish today. Thanks for hopping on board with us, guys. We are about to get the French Grand Prix back underway. We did have a small technical difficulty with one of our drivers as we kicked off things, but we are going to hop right back into it. Same grid lineup, same tires for all the drivers, and should provide some good entertainment for the next 45 to 50 minutes as we do about a 50% race around Circuit des Paul Richard in France. If you are just tuning into the stream for the first time, feel free to drop me a follow, friend request. I will be doing, again, more of these videos, commentating, and then also my own streams of me either driving or playing different games on Xbox as well. Be happy to have anybody on the stream who's interested. So looks like we are almost ready to get things underway here, as 8 of our 17 drivers have now readied up. Looks like we are still loading in one or two more drivers onto the grid here. As we approach the final countdown and head back into Circuit de Paul Richard. Looks like Lexidus is having a little bit of trouble loading in, and there we go. He is good. So barring any unforeseen issues here, it looks like we will be getting Grand Prix underway in just a couple minutes, as the boys will go out for another formation lap. And we are back on the grid with our drivers as the formation lap gets underway. Yeah, I'm not entirely surprised. It's a good opportunity for the drivers to get one more look at the track as they get prepared to strap in for the next 45 to 50 minutes here. It looks like we do have two guys on the grid, although they are both now pulling away. Not sure if that was a connection issue or just weren't aware that we were going to be doing another formation lap. But yep, the grid is right back to where it was, and the boys... Yeah, it appears that Whistler has gone out on the softs, which is allowed because Whistler is indeed starting outside the top 10, so that is not an issue. I'm assuming Whistler's going to be looking to make up some places early here, although he will be our first driver to pit on the day, barring any incidents, at least on tire strategy alone. So we will check in with him as he will probably have pretty good pace compared to some of our drivers. Yeah, definitely an interesting play. Yeah, looks like the... Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. As our drivers line back up on the grid. looks like we are going to get the French Grand Prix underway here. As we have the Racing Point on pole, the Williams in second, Aston Martin Red Bull in third, and another Racing Point in fourth. Lights are on. 5 lights, and we are away again at the start of the French Grand Prix. It looks like right away, DSC Scopes with a bad start, and there is chaos on the straight as the Toro Rosso of Martin Pad just taken out early, and already we have a safety car as Whistler ZA picks up a 5-second time penalty for colliding with Lexus. That is not a great go for these guys, as I think they're getting a little bit impatient. But, you know, it happens. It is racing, frustration. So, appears Martin Page is parked up on the grid, although he is... Yeah, no, he's now catching back up. Yep. Appears someone is stuck there in Sector 1. I'm not sure exactly who that is. Yep. DSC Scopes without an end plate, looks like he has a little bit of damage on his wing. Lexus is okay for now. The Renault of Whistler, he has got some wing damage. So we have a lot of guys hopping into the pits here. Yeah, we are going to shake up the grid here a little bit, as it looks like Justimo is now up into second place. Cringy has gained a spot. We can actually pull up the position change. So F1 John Carlos from dead last up into 10th. DSC Scopes down 10 spots from third place. A lot of our front runners picking up damage there. Barry will be absolutely thrilled with that start, as he has enough tire strategy to last him quite deep into this Grand Prix. Good timing for those guys to get in a quick pit stop. It looks like, if we take a peek here, looks like a lot of these guys are coming back out on hards. No one is running softs anymore, including Whistler, who did go out on a pair of softs. So yeah, we are going to resume the action as soon as the safety car gets another lap in. So just stay on board with us as we'll get things back underway. The safety car gets in another lap here at Paul Ricard. Thank you guys for tuning in to the stream here. Really appreciate it. My Twitch is ASAP_AC19. _AC19. Yep. Yeah. The drivers are getting their tires warmed back up. We continue to go through our safety car lap here, although he will be coming back in. And the safety car will be coming in this lap, so we are ready to resume racing. As Niels is going to back up the grid to the best of his ability as he lets the safety car return to the pit lane so we can resume racing, which will be lap 4 of 27 here at Circuit de Paul Ricard. Let's hop on board with Cringy for a moment, as I'm guessing he is going to have quite the restart here, as Niels is getting those tires warmed up. As we approach the final 2 corners, when is he going to begin to pull away? It looks like he's going to leave it for the last minute right before the start-finish straight. As he goes to the corner, puts the car back into hot lap, and we are back underway racing as Niels gets a great pull-away start. Our 2, 3, 4 runners. Cringy has a great jump on Dream as they come into the corner 1. Cringy decides to back up and let Dream take the corner. As DSC Scopes manages to move back up into 12th place. Looks like Cringy has a good jump on Dream here. Onto the back straight. Cringy and Dream side by side coming into the chicane. Decides to back out of it at the last moment. Plenty of time to make up spots in this race as Niels is just pulling away from our top 2, 3, 4 runners here. He's already put down a 1.5 second gap, and Cringy is not going to be too happy about this, as it looks like he is getting a little bit of hold up from Timo and Dream. Scopes is back up into the points positions. Cringy really pushing to get past Dream here, doesn't want to pick up any wing damage as they've already had one safety car come out. As Niels pumps in our fastest lap of the day so far at 1:34.6. What a move by Scopes. John Carlos, and it looks like Wheatflex will be dropping down the field. Had some contact and unfortunately has dropped back to 18th place. As Niels just continues to pull away, putting down a 1 second gap on Timo, as Timo's pulling away from Jareen as well. Cringy still fighting Jareen for that podium position. Definitely a good strategy call by Cringy here, as you can kind of hang behind drivers here, conserve your fuel and battery. Looks like Cringy's attempting to do that as they come into the final few corners of lap 5. Niels is our front runner. Timo in second, Jareen in third, Cringy in fourth. Travis Grace up into 5th. Economic Berry has Just been overtaken by Den. Jeff will hop on board with them for a second as they are pushing to get into the point spots. F1 John Carlos has managed to get from 18th up into the points today, so that's going to be a good start to the race for him. We'll see if he can make the tire strategy work. As we hop on with Scopes, who is definitely pushing to get back up to the front of the grid after a very unfortunate restart. Was unable to hold his position near the top of the grid, but ESC Scopes definitely has the pace. DS Scopes is now kind of in his own league here as he's pulling away from 10th place John Carlos. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Feel free to drop a follow, drop a like, drop a friend request. As we hop back on board with Cringy, it looks like Dream is starting to pull away just ever so slightly from him. As Dream and Timo are battling it out in Sector 3 here, as Dream gets a little bit of oversteer on the exit, but manages to hold it together nicely. That's going to let Cringy back into the battle here for second place in a podium position. With just about a little over a second split back to Exodus. Cringy is managing to hold it together here. As Niels is just pulling away from the rest of the grid. He has almost pulled out a 3-second gap since our restart after the safety car. He's going to be looking to make that medium tire strategy work to his advantage. I'm guessing he's going to look for the hard tire compound as he wraps up Sector 1 and heads on to the back straight. He's pulled away quite nicely from the rest of the field. So a great start from Niels, as we still have a good battle going on between 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And Jareem and Timo are battling it out into the chicane in the middle of the straights. And Timo has pulled out into the front. We have a yellow flag. Niels has gone way wide. It looks like he may have an issue as he's dropping way down the field. He's lost his front wing, part of the left front there. So that's really going to put a damper on Niels' days. He was off to a blaring start. Timo has moved into our race lead. Jareem very close behind. Cringy even closer at the moment as our front three battle it out for that first place position. Savis back up to 4th. Niels has dove into the pits, which means he is probably going to come out on the hard tire here and try to make that last to the end of the race. And what a battle we have going on between our 3 front runners here at the moment. Exodus picks up the 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. John Carlos as well, 3-second time penalty. Cringy's really up close to Dream here. Can't get too aggressive as he doesn't want to make that wing fall off too early here. Gets a good exit, but it looks like he may be able to overtake Dream. Depends on how much power he has left in the car right now. As Cringy makes a move down the inside, can he make it stick? Dream on the outside, they make a little bit of contact, but Cringy manages to make the move work up into 2nd place, and this is just exactly what Cringy was looking for after that safety car restart. Yeah, I didn't think he was looking to pick up any wing damage as he is running in a podium position with a nice gap back to Sabas Grace at the moment. As long as he can hang with our front runners here and stick in a podium position, it looks like a good race for him. As Cringy gets a good launch down the straightaway. And there comes Savas Grace across the line, just about a second and a half behind our podium position runners at the moment. As Scopes moves back up the field again. What a drive for him so far, as he was taken out early and has managed to get all the way back near that top 5. He's only now a second off of Jake. Let's ride on board with Cringy down the straight, as he has conserved a little bit of his battery. As Timo is already getting a little bit defensive. Doesn't look like he's going to have the speed to defend Cringy here, as he's leaving a little bit, but Cringy makes an easy move to the outside way prior to the turn here. And that's Cringy up into our race lead position. Niels has decided to come out on softs, and Barry picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Niels on the soft tire strategy. Interesting choice by him here, as those aren't going to last too long. He might be going for one more stop or hoping for a safety car. Looks like Jake's car seems to be fine at the moment. Not sure if he is just deciding to back off the pace a little bit, but looks like his car appears to be okay for the moment. As Scopes and Savas. It looks like Whistler has lost an end plate. That's unfortunate, as he is out on the hard tire compound. Cringy picks up a 3-second time penalty. Yeah, he did. It looks like Economic Barry. He has gone off and he has lost his wing entirely almost. So John Carlos picks up a 3-second time penalty as well. Barry just after the pit straight. This is going to be a tough, yeah, he's got no end plates and lost quite a bit of his wing. So it's going to be a tough lap for Barry, and it's going to be a tough recovery as well. Back on board with Dream here. He's battling Timo for that second place spot, but that's allowing Cringy to pull away, as Jareem is going to look to go to the outside here into the fast right-hander. Leaves plenty of room, and they go a little bit of contact into each other, back into another fast one. Timo manages to pull the move off. Jareem going for the switchback. Oh, goes a little bit off track there, loses a little bit of stability in the car, and Timo is now safely through into second place. Can Timo catch back up to Cringy and keep in that DRS zone? That will be very crucial for this race. Scopes goes into the pits. That moves F1 John Carlos up into 9th place, so he has cut off half the grid just in 11 laps here. Jarimo gets a little bit of oversteer on the exit, but it looks like Timo's not going to defend too hard as he goes to the inside. But Jareem should safely pull the move off. And that is Jareem back into second place. Yep, our 2, 3, and 4 runners are really pushing to keep that podium position fight alive, as Jareem wraps up Sector 2 with Timo just behind him as they approach the fast right-hander. And this is giving Cringy the opportunity to pull away from the rest of the pack, as he is now absolutely... Cringy is just flying around here today in that McLaren. Looks like we have another yellow flag. Martin Padge appears to have just dropped behind a marked cap. F1 John Carlos is going into the pits. After 10 laps on mediums, he decides to going there. We'll stick on board with him to see what his tire strategy of choice is. I'm going to guess he's going to go on to the hard compound, make it to the end of the race, pending no safety car. That will drop him down to 15-16 at the moment. And he has gone for the hard tires, so F1 Giancarlos is going to look to finish out the race on that compound. We hop back on board with Cringy, who's now pulled away a 2-second gap to the rest of the field here. As Savas throws a little bit of a dummy to try to get Timo off the line, but Timo holds it well as they wrap up Sector 2. Really good battle going on for second place on track here at the moment, as Jake is now about 4 seconds behind Savas Grace, so these front runners are definitely pulling away ever so slightly. Whistler picks up a 3-second time penalty in the process. It looks like they have decided to go into the pits, Timo and Jareen, which means Savas Grace will be going for a hard push lap here, so that he can potentially keep himself in that second place position. And that's Cringy into the pits as well, as he's going to come out on the hard compound. Savas Grace in plenty of clean air at the moment. This should give him a good opportunity to potentially move himself up into one of those podium positions after he goes into the pits. Jake picks up a time penalty of 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane, as RSF1 Hunt also dives in at the same time. That moves Den Jeff up into second place. And that means Ipovic is going to move up into the second place position. As Wheatflex makes the moves up the inside of Mark Cap. And we have a little bit of traffic here battling it out for a top 5 position. And now we have quite a tight pack between 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9th positions. Wheatflex into the pits, Mark Cap into the pits. That means Jareen, DSC Scopes, and Savas Grace are going to be battling it out here. as Cringy has really pulled away at this point, and he is on 11 lap fresher tires than our front three runners, which means at some point those guys are either going to have to pit or they're really going to be losing quite a bit of grip towards the end of this. Well, you know what? I'll check in with you, Bowen. You ran 30 laps on hards last Friday. How did that feel? We have a yellow flag in Sector 1, and who's that that's come off of the track? Looks like F1 John Carlos has parked on the side of the road. Not sure if he has an issue. Looks like he is now moving again, but he's dropped down to 17th place. DSC Scopes is back up into 5th. He's really battling out with Dream right now. Ooh, they get a little bit feisty off the corners. F1 John Carlos has retired. And that means Scopes is up into 5th. Oh, and Savas has gone really wide. Savas has dropped down to 10th place. That means Timo, Padge, and Jake are now back up into 9th, 8th, and 7th. DSC Scopes is now back up into 4th place at the moment, but he's got to close quite a bit of time on Cringy. That appears to be about a 4.5 second gap at the moment, and it seems to be growing. As the field is now starting to spread out quite a bit, although we still have quite a battle going on for 5th place. Yeah, you'd imagine Cringy is going to try to make those tires last until the end of the race, which is definitely possible on the hard tire compound around here. Yeah, he's definitely trying to conserve a little bit with that gap already. As we still have a good battle going on for 4th place, as Jareem and Timo are not too far behind him. That's very well possible, as we know. And Martin Padge has retired from the session. And let's see here if Jareem does have DRS. It doesn't look like he does. Looks like his DRS may be stuck closed. Ooh, and Timo thinking about the move on Jareem. You know, I reckon Den Jeff could make this hard tire strategy work until the end. It will be interesting to see how much time Cringy can close down, as he is on 11 lap fresher tires. He definitely has good pace. But yeah, we will stick on board as we are about 2/3 of the way through the French Grand Prix here at Paul Ricard. As Scopes is slowly closing in on that podium spot to Forey, who is on, again, 9 lap older tires than Scopes. What a recovery it would be from Scopes, absolutely. As Niels pumps in the quickest lap of the day at a 33.9. And Scopes manages to make the move quite easily on Forey, which means Scopes is back up into the podium positions after a tough start. Oh, as they go into the fast right-hander. It looks like Dream has pulled off the move. Yes, he has. Very clean through both of them. Dream pulls it off, and looks like Forey may be struggling from a little bit of tire wear already in this race. He is on 16-lap-old tires at the moment. Scopes is battling back. And what a battle we have going on for third place here at the moment, all the way back to Jake, who's only a second off of Timo at the moment. And let's ride on board with... Oh, and Timo manages to pick up a position. How about Jake as well? Jake and Forey are battling it out. Jake does get the move done. Looks like he does. Is he going to go to the inside? Timo defends the inside. To the outside. Brakes very late for the corner. Hart picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Looks like Dream has really pulled away from Timo already and is still battling Scopes for that podium position. Scopes has not managed to close any time on Cringy in the last lap or so. But again, this could be a very interesting finish as Den Jeff is still out on those hard tires. He still has 7 laps to go. 25 is definitely possible, but Cringy with those way fresher tires is going to be a serious threat to him as we start lap 20 here at Circuit Card. We're on board with Dream as he's battling it out, and he gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That's going to play into the end of this race, absolutely. As Whistler gets a time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Not sure if that's really going to make a huge effect on his day as he's already down into 12th place. Forey picks up a time penalty as well. I don't think he's going to be able to pull it off here. Scopes already goes very defensive. Doesn't look like he's going to get him here, but he has closed the gap quite significantly on that straightaway alone. He's right back up on the tail of Scopes here. Thanks again for tuning in, guys, today. Feel free to drop a friend request, follow, or shoot me a message, and be happy to play with you guys on the stream sometime. As Niels picks up another time penalty, 3-second time penalty. And Dream goes around the outside of DSC Scopes. Looks like Scopes' car is fine at the moment. Not sure if he just decided to make that move. It's just a little bit of a strategy choice as they come into the end of Sector 3 here with 6 laps to go. Looks like if we ride on board with him, he is running a little bit of a low battery, but definitely not a bad strategy choice by Scopes to let Dream push for a little. Cringy has now brought that gap down to just 5.8 seconds with 6 laps remaining. Definitely possible to pull it off with Ben Jeff on those nearly 20-lap-old hard compound tires, the slowest of the 3. Scopes hanging on well to Dream here. This is going to be an interesting battle for the podium position, given Dream has that time penalty. Not sure exactly where Scopes stands with his time penalties for the race, but we will stay on board through the finish so we can get a good idea of who's going to end up where. Scopes is just hanging on to the back of Dream right now, going for a ride around the track. Barry picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Ibovich and Lexidus are having quite the battle here at the beginning of Sector 2 onto the straightaway. Who's going to pick up DRS here? As they come to the end of Sector 2, it looks like Lexidus has the move pulled off. Timo and Jake battling it out for that top 5 position at the moment. Let's check back in with Scopes here as he's still tailing behind Dream quite nicely. Cringy is bringing that gap down, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to catch up to Den Jeff. Den Jeff is really making this hard compound work and managing to avoid all the collisions that we've seen here today. That's definitely helped out his race. Scopes goes a little bit off and he picks up a 3-second time penalty, which means this is interesting now. This could be a straight up battle for 3rd place, regardless of the time penalties. Ibovich pulls the move off and moves up into 9th. And Dream and Scopes are just battling it out as Whistler puts in the quickest lap on softs, 33.3. Oh, and Ibovich gets a great run off the chicane there and down in the second part of the back straight. Absolutely. And with Lexidus on the harder tire compound and running in front here, he's definitely going to be holding Ibovich up a little bit as we are just about wrapping up lap 23, which means we only have 3 or 4 laps to go here. Let's check back in with Scopes and Dream. Cringy has closed that gap quite nicely. He's only 4 seconds off of Den Jeff at the moment, and he is going to be pushing to see if he can get back up there. I don't think Den Jeff has any time penalties at the moment. Cringy, I believe, does have a 3-second time penalty, so that is going to play into this. Because he's got that gap down to 3.7 now. It looks like Scopes may be going for it here. He's got the car in overtake mode. He's closing on Dream quite quickly down the back straight here. Is he going to go to the inside? Yes, he does. Is he going to outbrake him? Into the corner, and they are battling side by side. What a battle. And yes, Scopes pulls the move off. So now Scopes is going to be defending for his life in the last couple of laps. Ibovich pulls off the move. But Niels right back up into the mix, looking for that 10th place finish to keep himself in the points. Cringy's managed to close his gap down to just 3.3 seconds with about 3 laps to go here. 4 laps to go here, my apologies. And Niels dropping way down the field. Oh, that's a heartbreaker for Niels as he's already had a couple incidents this race. As Jake and Timo are really battling it out. They come into the first corner. And he gets the move done. Jake. And that's going to hurt Cringy's race. Still tailing on Scopes here. What a battle these two have been having. Not on this occasion, no. It looks like he's going to try to conserve some of his battery. As we see Scopes and Jareem get onto the start-finish straight with just 3 laps to go here. This is going to be quite an interesting finish between those two. As Cringy is closing that gap down, it's only 2.4 at the moment. Den Jeff is definitely going to be struggling for grip at this point. As we ride on board with Timo for a minute. Absolutely. Looks like Jareem is getting a good run on Scopes here. He does still have DRS. Don't think he's going to be close enough on this occasion to pull a move off, but definitely hanging on to the back of Scopes well as they are wrapping up Sector 2 here. Jareem really pushing now, using as much of that battery as he can as he goes down the inside of Scopes into the fast right-hander, and he manages to make the move stick. Now this is going to be interesting to see Jareem with very low battery remaining for the rest of this race. It's going to be hard to keep Scopes behind him at the moment. Looks like they both came out pretty unscathed there. No, looks like they're both doing okay. And Cringy's got that gap down to just 1.7 now with 2 laps to go. I'm not sure he's going to be able to catch Den Jeff. Even with those penalties, it may not play a huge factor. The battle for 3rd at the moment and the battle for 5th are just heating up with only 2 laps remaining. Absolutely, and I'm sure Cringy would love to win on track, even though those time penalties probably going to put him behind Den Jeff at the end of this. As Jareem goes a little bit wide onto the back straight, and that means DSC Scopes is going to have a phenomenal run on him here. It shouldn't be too hard for him to pull a move off. It looks like he's going to get it quite easily, which means with just a lap and a half to go, Scopes is going to be defending for his life, leaving plenty of room for Jareem on the exit, but Niels has retired from the session. What a battle we have going on for 3rd here at the moment, as well as 5th. Barry out on softs. He's going to want to pick up the quickest lap, but that's not going to play too much of a factor, as he's not in the points, so that won't actually count towards anything. And if we ride on board with Den Jeff, it looks like him and Cringy are literally side by side here as we come on to the final lap of our French Grand Prix here at Circuit de Paul Richard. Is Cringy going to make a move into turn 1? Thinks about it, backs off. Looks like Cringy's wing is okay for the time being. And yes, it is, but is Cringy going to be able to pull a move off on Den Jeff? And yes, he goes to the inside and makes it work. That is Cringy up into the podium position. Is Den Jeff going to be able to hold that gap to Cringy with 1 lap to go here? Scopes still battling it out with Jareem at the moment. Is Jareem going to be able to overtake him in the final lap? As well as Jake and Timo are battling through the end of Sector 1. Looks like Cringy is going to be able to hold on to the lead here, but again, those time penalties are going to play a factor into that finishing position. As Scopes looks like he has held it through the first DRS zone. Can he keep it together for the final sector? And Timo and Jake are really battling it out, going through the chicane, and that is Timo up into 5th place at the moment. What a battle we have going on track here. And that's Timo around the outside. Can he make the move stick? Oh! Timo has pulled it together, and let's check in with Cringy here as he is coming around the final corner. Cringy's going to take it on track. What's the time penalty going to look like? Is Den Jeff going to pick up the win? Yes, he has. Den Jeff to the lead here. Looks like Scopes crosses the line in 3rd. Dream coming in behind him. Timo up the back straight, start finish straight, and he's going to cross the line, and it looks like Jake, unfortunately, due to time penalties, yeah. Savas into 6th. So we have Den Jeff on a great drive on that hard tire compound for 26 laps, and manages to finish 1st. Cringy in 2nd, Scopes in 3rd, Jareem in 4th, Timo in 5th, Savas Grace in 6th, Corey in 7th, Jake in 8th, Lexidus in 9th, and Ipovic rounding out our points finishers in 10th. What a race today, Bowen. That was exciting. A couple of great battles on track. Tough to see the restart, and tough to see Padge and Niels drop out of this one, but looked like a clean race from Barry, which we can't always say is the case, but great drive by him. Congrats to our winner today, Den Jeff, on a phenomenal drive in the Alfa Romeo. So we are going to take a quick look at the time penalties of everybody in that race. That obviously shook up things at the final finishing line. As I said, Den Jeff in 1st, Cringy in 2nd. And there you have it. Cringy with 2 time penalties, Scopes with 1, Jareem with 2 as well. Quite a bit of time penalties across the field. Den Jeff managed to go 45 minutes without picking up 1. Whistler with 5, picking up 17 seconds on his race. Den Jeff from 10th on the grid up into 1st place. Cringy moves up from 5th to 2nd. Scopes finishing exactly where he started. Jareem dropped a couple of spots. Yeah, 25 lap old hards from 10th to P1. Den Jeff, what a drive, absolutely. 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 Absolutely, Savas Grace, great drive. Bowen, I'm going to make the call now. I'm going with Den Jeff for my driver of the day. I can't believe he pulled off 25 laps on that tire compound, but manages to make it stick against Cringy. Clean race by him. Absolutely. Guys, thank you for tuning in today. I appreciate it. I will be back on